I must have used many cans of this stuff over the years. It's great stuff. I've always used it on bare metal parts that I'm using for restorations. After I've cleaned the parts down to bare metal, I give them a spray with this, and it's a great base before I put any paint on. These bits here have all had the big love. They've now been painted, and I'm about to hit the steering column. I've sandblasted it and sprayed it lightly with this rust converter, and after about 15 minutes it comes up with this lovely black satin finish that's ready to take any kind of paint. These nuts and bolts and other small parts, I've cleaned them up and laid them all out ready to go. You can I use a different selection of rust techniques, from sandblasting to chemical acid pickling, wire brushing, but they all seem to end up with a light coat of this stuff over the top, because what it does is it catches any of the rust and converts it that you may not be able to get to, anything in the cracks and crevices. The heavy tufted wire wheel is pretty good, gets off most of it, but it always leaves that residue, and that's where this stuff comes in. When I picked this one up in the store, I didn't realise that it was a new improved formula, and it was only when I started using it that I noticed the instant difference. It's now a solvent base instead of a latex water base type thing. No more information on the can, nothing's changed, but the speed at which it works is amazing. You lightly spray it on, and after about 15 minutes you end up with a lovely satin black that's ready for anything to be painted over, like these parts here with satin black epoxy enamel. But here's this sandblasted steering column that still has just a light little bit of rusting, because the sand I'm using isn't proper sandblasting sand. It doesn't work as well as the commercial sandblasting. The great thing about this stuff is that it doesn't affect any other metals. It doesn't touch aluminium, copper or brass. It only affects ferrous metals. And this new solvent base seems to make it really get into the threads on bolts and wick its way down between metal components, like where two plates are bolted together. And after 15 minutes you end up with this gorgeous satin black substrate ready to paint over.